Okay guys, this is just a quick little video I'm going to do. Hopefully it'll help some beginners with posting on Craigslist. So I still see a lot of questions. Okay, now the first thing you got to keep in mind is that honestly I don't think anyone really knows how Craigslist works 100% other than the people at Craigslist. Okay, so I see a post recently asking for a hard set of rules step by step on what you can and what you can't do. No such thing exists, okay? So you're going to have to use your brain a little bit, but hopefully the tips I give here will help out any beginners who are having trouble following the already very extensive information provided on the forum. Okay, now first thing what I would do, I'd go and create all my Gmail accounts. Okay, I would then get those Gmail accounts and forward them to one central account. So you've got your 100 Gmail accounts all going to one main account. Now, depending on what section you're posting in, you may or may not need a Craigslist account, and you may or may not need a PVA. Okay, you've just got to go in there and find out. Most of the for sale and jobs and all of the services are PVA or should be PVA. I'll just check out this for sale here. Okay, so for now it's not, but I mean you'll know when it's PVA. It's going to come up and it's going to say you need an account if you want to post here. Alright, so let's say you can post without a PVA. Alright, you can post directly using email if you want. Okay, now how many ads can you post with an email? Well, again, it depends, right? If I've got 10 email accounts, I will do one ad per day for those 10 email accounts. So 10 email will give me 10 ads per day. Could you do more than that? Yes. Will anything happen? I don't know. Try it and see. But Gmail accounts are pretty easy to create. So if you want to do 100 a day, just go and get 100 Gmail. Alright, and just post to your heart's content. Now, if you do need a PVA, let's say you try to post just using email and it says that you've got to create a Craigslist account. Okay, if you have a Craigslist account, how many ads can you post with a Craigslist account before they catch on or whatever? Well, again, it depends, alright? I would just do one a day. And when you get to 150, 200 or 300 ads with that account, you might want to think about creating a new Craigslist account. It's not a hard set rule, you might be able to get 10,000 ads posted with a Craigslist account. I don't know. Just try it and see, but I see a lot of people saying 150, 200 ads with a Craigslist account should work fine. If you need a PVA, alright, let's say you try to post in one of these sections and you need an account, Craigslist account, and then you've got to make it PVA. Well, how many can you post with a PVA? Again, who knows? Alright, I see people saying that they've posted 3 ads a day, every day, and it's fine. I wouldn't do that. I would play by Craigslist rules, and I think that's like 1 ad every 48 hours. So if you need to post PVA ads and you want to do 100 a day, that means you're going to need 200 PVA accounts. Alright, on day 1 you would post with the first 100 accounts, and then day 2 you would post with the next 100 accounts, and then day 3 you would just go back to the first 100 accounts. So I think that's what the Craigslist rule is that PVA is 1 ad per day. Now, actual ads, okay, I see a lot of people talking about ghosting and flagging. Now, it depends on what section you're going to post in, right? Everyone's really secretive about how they use Craigslist. So if you're in the for sale section, let's just have a look in here, okay? You can see, okay, well, regardless of the section that you're in, excluding jobs, right? As you probably know, jobs now is a nightmare. But generally speaking, you have to keep your ad looking unique or fresh in Craigslist eyes. Now, how unique or how fresh, I don't know, that will depend on the section. But what I normally do is, let's go and have a look at arts and crafts. Okay, let's say we were selling handmade rabbit dolls. Okay? I would think of, now many people will just say, they'll get like 20 different titles. So title 1 might be handmade rabbit doll. Okay, let me just pull this over. So they might have handmade rabbit doll. Okay, then they'll think of another one, like homemade rabbit doll. And they'll use this one for ad 1 and this one for ad 2. Okay, now this also depends on how you're posting, alright, because there's so many different automated posting programs out there. They all have their own setup, whatever works for you. I'm just telling the basics of for those people who have read everything. I think Unlimited Posting had a great thread there, and that should have answered everything. But if you read that and you needed something visual, this might help you. Okay, so what I would do, I would take my title and I would break it up. So let's say our original title is handmade rabbit doll. I would think of all the other ways I could say handmade. I might say homemade, hand built, whatever. You just got to think of other different ways to say handmade. Okay, then we've got rabbit doll. So we might have cute rabbit, bunny rabbit, and then we've got doll. Okay, how else can we say doll? I might say stuffed toy or just toy. Then I break them up into sections. Okay, so you can see here that we've got our title now is broken into 3 parts. We've got the beginning, the middle, and the end. So, obviously, I would do more than 3 for the beginning. I would get about 10 different ways of saying handmade, 10 different ways of saying rabbit, and 10 different ways of saying doll. And then when you're posting, you just randomly pick 1 from the first one, 1 from the second, and 1 from the third. So no matter which one you pick, it's still going to say the same thing, but in a slightly different way. Because look, we've got handmade rabbit doll. We've also got handmade rabbit stuffed toy. Handmade rabbit toy. Okay, to us reading it, someone reading Craigslist, it looks the same, but to Craigslist it's a little bit different. Okay, now this might not work for you, whatever. It just gives you an idea that you have to keep your titles unique and fresh, and this is how I do it. Okay, now you might see some people. Let's try services. They put a lot of random numbers. They're not doing it so much anymore. I think this is it. Okay, random numbers at the end. I hope that's not a phone number. It's cleaned up now, but people used to put a lot of random numbers at the end. Don't do that. It looks like spam. If you put a random number there or random characters like everyone used to do in the good old days, it just looks like spam and everyone flags it. Okay, so you've got your ad title. Now you've got to look at your body. Again, you have to keep it unique. Well, I would suggest keeping it unique. So you can just do the same thing, right? They want to say handmade rabbit doll with dress, asking $10, thanks for looking. Again, I would just think of, how can I say this differently? Well, looking at this, I would break it into 3 sections. Okay, handmade rabbit doll with dress. I might say cute rabbit with dress. Just $10 today. Have a great day. Alright, so again we've got the intro, the body, and the conclusion. I would just make up 10 of these, 10 of these, and 10 of these. And when you post, you just mix and match. And no matter which one you pick,